Not even her dog. It's my dog! She's taking my dog!
Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, had a military career that was shaped by his background as an actor and his nearsightedness, which limited his eligibility for combat roles. Reagan enlisted in the Army Enlisted Reserve on April 29, 1937, as a private in the cavalry. He was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Officers' Reserve Corps of the Cavalry on May 25, 1937. Reagan was called to active duty on April 18, 1942, the same day James Doolittle and his raiders bombed Japan. Due to his poor eyesight, Reagan was classified for limited service only and was not eligible for overseas combat. He was transferred to the 1st Motion Picture Unit, a unit of the Army Airforce's tasked with producing training and propaganda films. Reagan served as a public relations officer and later worked as an actor, narrator, and producer for military films. His Hollywood background made him well suited for this role. He was promoted to first lieutenant in 1942, captain in 1943, and temporary major in 1946. Reagan worked on over 400 training and educational films, including productions that taught soldiers how to operate equipment, follow safety protocols, and understand military strategies. His unit was based primarily in Culver City, California, where they had access to studio resources for film production. Reagan's notable projects included films like Recognition of the Japanese Zero Fighter and Beyond the Line of Duty. The latter won an Academy Award for Best Short Subject in 1942. Reagan was separated from active duty on December 9, 1945, and returned to reserve status. He remained in the Army Reserve until his discharge on April 1, 1953. Though he never saw combat, Reagan's work in the military contributed to the war effort by boosting morale, providing crucial training to soldiers, and effectively utilizing his skills in communication and performance. His time in the military also reinforced his leadership abilities and patriotism, qualities that later defined his political career. Ronald Reagan's Hollywood career included starring in several war-themed films, many of which were produced before and during his military service in World War II. These films often portrayed him as a heroic and patriotic figure, aligning with the values and sentiments of the time. Notable war films starring Ronald Reagan: International Squadron, 1941, as Jimmy Grant. A group of international pilots joins the Royal Air Force to fight in World War II. This film showcased Reagan as a dashing aviator, emphasizing his appeal as a patriotic hero. This is the Army, 1943, playing Johnny Jones. This is a patriotic musical about soldiers putting on a Broadway-style revue to raise morale and funds for the war effort. Reagan appeared in this film while serving in the military, blending his Hollywood and military careers. Desperate Journey, 1942. Reagan played Flying Officer Johnny Hammond. The story follows a group of Allied airmen shot down over Germany as they try to escape. This film further solidified Reagan's image as a resilient and resourceful war hero. King's Row, 1942. Though not a war film, this drama showcased Reagan's acting chops and was one of his most critically acclaimed roles, playing the part of Drake McHugh. It established him as a serious actor during a time when the country was gearing up for war. Beyond the Line of Duty, 1942, Reagan narrated and acted in this short documentary-style film about a pilot who sacrifices his life for the war effort. The film won an Academy Award for Best Short Subject. During his military service, Reagan also appeared in and narrated training and propaganda films. Notable examples include Recognition of the Japanese Zero Fighter, 1943, a training film teaching U.S. pilots to distinguish Japanese aircraft from Allied planes. Wings for This Man, 1945, a film highlighting the service of the Tuskegee Airmen, narrated by Reagan. The Rear Gunner, 1943, a dramatization of the training and heroism of bomber crew members. Reagan's roles in war films helped shape his public image as a patriotic and heroic figure, which later contributed to his political persona as a strong leader and advocate for American values. His Hollywood contributions during the war complemented his military service, making him a symbol of the American spirit during a critical time. Thanks for watching. If you have a thought on Ronald Reagan's military service or war films, drop a comment below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up.